police car light attention, friends.
A massive opportunity has just been confirmed, and it's shaking up the dreams of thousands who want to work abroad. Australia has officially announced that more than 8,000 employers are ready to sponsor free work visas, and here's the unbelievable part: they don't even require an Ielts score.
Yes, you heard me right.
This is not a rumor, not a guess, but a confirmation that could completely change your future.
Think about it for a second. For so long, one of the biggest barriers stopping people from working in Australia has been the Ielts requirement. Thousands of skilled workers never applied because they were afraid of failing the test, or they couldn't afford to keep retaking it. But now, with this confirmation, that barrier has been removed. That means if you have the skills and the determination, this could be your chance to start a brand new life in Australia. Now, I know what you're asking: who are these 8,000 employers? What kind of jobs are they offering? How can you apply? And most importantly, what's the catch? Don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to break down every detail for you step by step so you can see if you qualify and how to take action immediately. Imagine yourself living and working in Australia, earning in dollars, enjoying one of the best lifestyles in the world, and giving your family a future filled with new opportunities. This is the kind of chance that doesn't come often, and if you miss it, you'll regret it later. Backhand index pointing right. So before we dive deep, do me one quick favor: hit the like button right now. Your support motivates me to keep bringing you real, confirmed updates about work visas, immigration news, and life-changing opportunities. Let's get started. This is big, and you don't want to miss a single detail. Rock it! So, let's begin. The Australian government has now confirmed something that many of us have been waiting to hear for years. Over 8,000 employers are opening their doors to international workers, and they're offering free work visas without the barrier of Ielts requirements. This is not just another headline, it's a life-changing announcement that could shape your career, your future, and even the future of your family. Imagine how many people have been dreaming of going to Australia but always stopped short because of one thing: the English test. Well, that obstacle has just been removed. Let's talk about what this really means. For decades, Australia has been one of the top destinations for migrants looking for a better life. With its strong economy, high standard of living, world-class healthcare, and education system, it has always been an attractive option. But getting there has never been easy. The visa process has always been tough, competitive, and often discouraging. Many skilled workers gave up before they even applied because the paperwork, fees, and Ielts scores felt impossible to overcome. Now, with this confirmation, we are seeing a turning point. It's as if a door that was always half open has finally been pushed wide open, inviting thousands of workers to walk through. Now, let's make this personal. Picture yourself landing at Sydney Airport or Melbourne, walking out and realizing that you're no longer just a visitor, you are a sponsored worker, someone with the right to stay, to work, and to build a life. This isn't just about earning in dollars, though that is a huge benefit. It's about stability, dignity, and giving your family opportunities you may never have had before. And here's the exciting part: the jobs being offered are not just for one type of skill. Employers across multiple industries are desperate to fill positions, and because of that urgency, they're willing to waive old barriers like Ielts just to get the right people in. So, who exactly are these employers? While we can't list all 8,000 here, what we know is that they include companies from industries like agriculture, construction, healthcare, hospitality, and even technology. In fact, agriculture and hospitality have been raising alarms for years because of worker shortages. Farms have crops rotting in fields because there aren't enough hands to pick them. Hotels and restaurants are struggling to find staff to keep up with the booming tourist demand. Construction projects are delayed because there aren't enough skilled laborers. And in healthcare, there's a constant need for nurses, caregivers, and support workers to look after an aging population. These are not temporary gaps, these are long-term needs that require long-term solutions. And you, watching this video, could be part of that solution. Another important detail is the free visa sponsorship. Normally, applying for a work visa in Australia is expensive. You pay application fees, medical exams, processing charges, and on top of that, you might spend hundreds or even thousands preparing for Ielts exams and taking them multiple times if you don't pass the first try. For many families, this is simply out of reach.
But now, with employers stepping in to sponsor visas directly, much of that burden is lifted. It's not just about getting accepted, it's about being supported through the process. These companies need workers so badly that they are willing to invest in you.
Think about that for a moment. Instead of you chasing opportunity, opportunity is chasing you.
But of course, there are questions.
You might be asking, is this real? Can I really apply without IELTS? What proof do I need? Let me be clear. This is a confirmed announcement. Australia has relaxed the requirement for certain work visas to allow employers to recruit faster and more efficiently. The government understands that waiting for every applicant to pass an English exam only delays filling the gaps in the workforce.
And while English ability is still important for living and working in Australia, employers are now allowed to assess your skills and readiness without relying solely on IELTS.
In simple terms, your ability to do the job is more important than your test scores. Now, let's address the process.
If you're serious about applying, the first step is to identify employers who are on the official sponsorship list. These are companies authorized by the government to bring in foreign workers. Once you secure a job offer, the employer applies for your visa on your behalf.
That's what makes it free. Instead of you paying the heavy costs, the employer carries the responsibility.
It's a win-win. They get the workers they desperately need, and you get the opportunity of a lifetime.
But let's not sugarcoat things. This will not be easy for everyone. Competition will be fierce because the whole world is watching this news right now.
Thousands of workers from Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America are all preparing their applications. So, while IELTS may no longer be a barrier, you still need to prove that you have the skills, the dedication, and the reliability that Australian employers are looking for. That means having your documents ready, your work experience verified, and your willingness to adapt clearly demonstrated.
I also want to talk about urgency. Opportunities like this don't last forever. Policies can change. Governments can tighten requirements again if they feel the system is being abused or if the demand slows down. Remember how quickly immigration rules shifted during the pandemic? One day borders were open, the next day they were shut. So if you are serious about this, the time to act is now, not next year, not after months of hesitation. Because right now, 8,000 employers are ready. Right now, thousands of job offers are waiting to be filled. Tomorrow, things could look very different. Let's also think about what life in Australia could mean for you and your family. We're talking about a country where the minimum wage is one of the highest in the world. A place where healthcare is accessible, where education is top-notch, and where diversity is celebrated. Australia is built on immigration from Europe, Asia, and everywhere in between. Walking down the streets of Sydney or Melbourne, you'll hear dozens of languages, you'll see people from every background, and you'll realize that you are not an outsider. You are part of a global community building a nation together. That's the kind of environment you're stepping into. And of course, let's not forget the financial side. Earning in Australian dollars means that even basic jobs can provide you with savings far beyond what you might earn in your home country. Imagine sending remittances back home, money that can build houses, send kids to school, or start businesses. The ripple effect of one person securing a work visa doesn't just change one life, it changes entire families and communities. That's the real power of this announcement. Now, some of you may be worried, what if my English isn't good enough to live there? That's a fair question. The truth is, while IELTS may not be required, learning English will still be important for your daily life. But don't let that scare you. Many migrants start with very little English and improve quickly once they arrive, surrounded by the language every day. Employers know this, and that's why they are prioritizing your ability to work, not your ability to pass a test. The key is to stay open, willing to learn, and determined to succeed. I want you to pause and ask yourself, how many chances like this come in a lifetime? How many times do we hear about thousands of employers offering free visas, no IELTS, and immediate sponsorship? Almost never. This is rare, and that's why it's so urgent to act. So in this video, we're going to explore exactly how you can find these employers,
what documents you need, and how to make yourself stand out in a sea of applicants. But remember, watching this video is only the first step. The next step is action, preparing, applying, and staying committed to your goal.